This gray building on our left is an important one. It's the water fountain and the restrooms for this end of town. When you're down here, you'll want to know that. And across the street in the little red brick home is the soldered tin shop. This was a very profitable business in Nauvoo. Lanterns, cups, buckets were in great demand and manufactured in this little shop. He also got stoves so that the people could have a stove here in Nauvoo if they could afford one. Across the street is the Jonathan Browning gunsmith shop. He once traded a gun for a copy of the New Testament. Go there to learn that story as well as a lot of others that are about the Browning family and their work here. On our right is the post office and the Meriwether store. It's a good place to go if you want to learn how the pioneer people mailed letters without an envelope. And the Meriwether store is a very typical store in the day. John Taylor's home is next to it. He was third president of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and also publisher of the two newspapers that were here in Nauvoo during the time the Saints were here, Times and Seasons and Nauvoo Neighbor. Good place to go and visit so you can learn about your PCQ and other things. Now, if you look at the S-shaped washer on the side of this house, you'll see the ends of tie rods that went completely through the home and helped to make the homes even more sturdy than the brick home would be by itself. The five-pointed star was very popular during the time the Saints were here, so you'll see a lot of those as you go around and visit the different sites. On our left is the Brigham Young home. He was known as America's greatest Western colonizer and became the second president of the church after the martyrdom of the prophet Joseph Smith. It's a fine example of the craftsmanship, love, and skill that went into the homes here in Nauvoo. And as we turn the corner, I want to bring your attention to the bustle oven at the back of the house and also the above-ground root cellar built by Brigham Young. During his lifetime, Brigham Young directed the migration of over 70,000 Mormons to the west and built 350 settlements there. He's noted as America's greatest colonizer. His statue was placed in the rotunda of the National Capitol in Washington, D.C., depicting that he surely was nationally known as well as in our church. The little red brick home on our right is a Chauncey Webb home. This was the blacksmith that was chosen by the prophet Brigham Young to make the wagon that carried him to the west. And on the corner is a copy of the kind of wagons that the Saints took west. If you can imagine putting everything that you needed to go west in that tiny little wagon and moving to somewhere you didn't even know where you were going, that's how much space you had. So you can see that all of the people walked. There was only room for the tiny babies and those who are very feeble and old in the day. This wagon, Wainwright shop, or blacksmith shop, was full of activities in the day they were leaving Nauvoo, and it still is. This is where you go if you want to get your prairie diamond and your horseshoe for each family. On our right is the 70s hall. This is the first MTC of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. They wanted to make sure that they were efficient teachers as they went out into the world to perform their missionary services. So on the first floor, they had classes, lectures, and worship services. On the second floor, they had a community library, a museum, and a doctor's office. The building was now has a library up in the top that has the names of those people who were 70s, as well as artifacts that have been found here in Nauvoo. We're now entering the Trail of Hope, a very famous part of Nauvoo on Parley Street, referred to as the Street of Tears, as the saints were leaving, but we focus on the hope they had of reaching a place where they could practice their religion in peace, and so we call it the Trail of Hope today. As we go by here, there are plaques along the side of it, reader boards that we can tell the story of Orson Pratt, Wilford Woodson from Brigham Young, but also Bathsheba Smith tells that her last act was to tidy the room, sweep up the floor, and set the broom behind the door, and then with emotions deep in her heart, she closed the door and takes an unknown future. How would you like to have done that? Being young, gave birth in a wagon and said, but I did not mind the hardship of my situation, for my life had been preserved and my babe was so beautiful. Now if you look to the right and in back of us, you will see this beautiful Nauvoo temple. Can you imagine what all these courageous people were thinking as they left that beautiful temple that they sacrificed so hard to build? Walking down Parley Street, knowing that they'd never see it again. But they were grateful for the blessings of the temple, and when asked to leave, they willingly followed the prophet of God to the Rocky Mountains. They knew they had a Father in heaven who loved them, that Jesus Christ is our Savior, and that we have a prophet of God to lead and direct us in this day. Gordon B. Hinckley said at the dedication of the Nauvoo Temple 2002 that everyone should take time to walk down Parley Street and feel the spirit of the pioneers who made this long and difficult trek. On February 4th, 1846, with temperatures very cold, the saints lined up awaiting their turn to cross the Mississippi. Barges or flatboats, boats were used to carry families, wagons, and oxen across the river. And then on February 19th, the river froze over so that they were able to drive their wagons across on thick ice so that more of these people could get out of the hands of those mob militias that were in this area. Down at the end of the street, there's a little barge that carried all of their possessions, their loved ones, and everything they took west on, and went across the river. It's a heart-rendering sight to see. And on our left is the Pioneer Exodus Memorial. It's moving to see the names of over 2,000 Latter-day Saints who died before they reached the Salt Lake Valley. Be sure and check to see if any of the names of your family ancestors are on that wall. It has names from 1846 to 1856. Even if they didn't live right here in Nauvoo, some of them passed through here and on their way west lost their lives. In front of that, there is the memorial of Joseph Smith and Brigham Young, who are depicted standing with a map of the Western Trek that Joseph had seen in a vision. He is telling the future prophet, Brigham Young, that he is the one that would take the saints to the west, holding the map that he had seen in a vision. Now, I'm going to turn the time over to the teamsters to tell us a little bit about the river life and the wildlife that is around here and some of the things that happened during the pioneer days.
Here's a right good look at the Mississippi and that mark there. Try to imagine yourself crossing the path. The word Mississippi is Chippewa Indian word meaning water.
Can you use the mic? Could you use the mic that she was using? Oh, okay.
Mississippi is 2,340 miles long, and as I was saying, many rivers flow into it, including the Missouri on down by St. Louis. So right here